Hey guys, Willie back at Venomcentral. If you've never been to my channel, please hit my little logo and subscribe if you're into animals or if you just want to learn about snakes. And please give us a thumbs up and share if you like this video, which I know once you watch it, you're going to like it. But anyways, come on back with us, check out some of our past videos, check out some of our new videos, and we got a lot more coming. But today, we're going to feed the little monsters. We're going to feed some baby Bushmasters. And it's an intricate thing feeding baby Bushmasters. They got to have the right size meal, the right conditions. It's pretty cool though, because these little guys are pretty aggressive. But we've shot some footage already of this, and I wasn't quite sure if we were going to be able to get it, because normally I start baby Lechisus in the total darkness with a live prey at them. Something the appropriate size for them. And they can take something a little bigger than you would expect, but I start them on live. You got to start them on live. It's got to be something big enough moving around that catches their eyes so they can hunt it down. They need to catch movement. But these little guys actually, they performed pretty well with the lights on them and everything. They didn't care. They just, pow, they banged right away. But we've got 2 clips, guys. There's 2 kill clips in this one. So don't watch the first one and click off and think that it's over, because there's actually 2 clips. We filmed 2 baby Bushmasters actually doing their first kill. So it's pretty cool. And I've got several other ones, and we'll do more videos as they're growing. And once I get them switched over to frozen, because I like to get them on frozen as soon as possible. I don't like to risk injury to our Bushmasters. A live rodent they're pretty gnarly. They can injure a snake. But anyways, hang in there and watch the kill clips. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, he didn't waste any time with that. I was actually amazed that these guys fed with these lights on them. And because normally I'll start little baby Lechisus in the dark. I give them their privacy with the live prey at them, of course. An appropriate sized mouse. And they need something running. They need something that moves. I mean, they don't do well starting them on like rat pinks or little things like that. They need something that's running around, that attracts them. But and of course something that moves so they can pick up a good little heat signature off of it. But I was actually amazed that these guys lit these things right up. They didn't care about the lights. They didn't really seem to mind. But you notice this little guy's tail was rattling a little bit, and that's because I'm moving around in the background, and he knows I'm there, and he's a little bit upset. But he didn't release his mouth till he was ready to swallow it. They do good with movement. I think Bushmasters have really good eyesight. I mean, there's some bullshit out there. A few people thinking that they have poor eyesight. I beg to differ. I mean, I've seen adult Bushmasters like blaze out of a hide and come right at the glass. And I know they're not picking up a heat signature. They caught the sight of movement and shoot right out of a hide and come right at me because they've seen some movement. So I think they got pretty good eyesight. But anyways, these little guys did a great job for their first feed. Now, I filmed this a while back, and I'm doing a voiceover on this just so I can explain what's going on here. And I didn't know if I was going to use this footage or not, but this was their first kill, actually. Now, these babies have almost doubled in size by now, and this is well over a month later, and they're taking adult mice now. I mean, they're actually almost to the point where they're going to eat frozen dog. They're just about there. But what little rippers, huh? These guys are little devils, that's for damn sure. But starting them out with babies, I keep it really simple. I mean, they're in a tub, and I try to use a taller tub, and newspaper, water bowl, a little bitty hide box, and that's all they need. They don't get misted, they don't get no extra attention, they don't get nothing. They're just in the Bushmaster room with all the big ones, but they're in their area. That's just tubs stacked up, just so they can have the same climate as the adults. And they shed out nice. Babies and shedding is never a problem. The babies seem to shed without issue. The shedding issues come with the adults. But this little guy's just about got his mouse down already. And then switching them over to frozen thawed is not that difficult, because as these babies grow, their attitude changes. They quit being skittish and fearful, and their drive to feed becomes just so enormous that they don't care what's around them. They pick up that heat signature off of a hot rat and they just light it up. But yeah, this guy just about got his down. Now there's a second clip coming up too, of one actually nailing a mouse and taking it down also. And the second one's a little bit better. This guy, he lit it up right away. As soon as I tossed it in there, he blazed it. The second one, you'll see, he does a little bit of a hunt. Let's see how he's doing. Okay. And for their first meal, I like to give them something. I mean, they could actually take something a little bit bigger than these little hopper mice that they're eating. But I always want to give the little baby's first meal something a little bit smaller and something not quite as dangerous as a bigger mouse. I don't want their first experience killing and eating something to be a bad one. I want them to be able to dispatch it quickly without issue, without them getting bit, without any of that shit happening to them. Because if they have a bad experience the first time out, they're going to become problem feeders. So I'll give them like a harmless hopper fuzzy, something that really can't hurt them too bad if they do get bit. But out of all the babies I've raised and the ones I've hatched out and started, I've never had one get bit. They're pretty freaking ferocious. They grab them and light them up, and they kill them pretty quickly. Okay, now with this one, you can see he's actually taking his time. He picked up a heat signature and zoned in and lit it up. But you notice something with these baby Bushmasters? They hang on. They don't strike and release. They actually grab it and hang on, and they hold it up in the air, kind of like a gaboon does. And we got a couple different angles of it, so we can see it from two different perspectives. But they'll hang on to it until it's dead. I mean, they'll just keep juicing it until they feel it's safe enough to start swallowing. But it's kind of cute watching them. They hold it up in the air just like a little gaboon does. And not bad for their first time. They've already progressed where they're actually starting to chase rodents now. And they became these little monsters. They were these scared little tiny babies in the beginning, which these babies came out big. These babies were huge. They came out of the egg just monstrous, for baby Bushmasters, that is. But they've grown quite a bit, and we'll do a video pretty soon of another feeding with these guys. But I'm getting ready to do the switch for them. I want them on frozen thawed, and they're just about at that point. So
we'll do some eating frozen thawed. The couple left that are still eating the live, we'll do them again too. And now this guy, you can see he dropped his mouse and repositioned, and he's starting to take it down. And he's going to swallow it backwards. They're kind of like children. They need to learn the right way to do things. But starting them out, I always start them on mice. And I'll switch them over to rats once they get a little bit more size on them and they're taking frozen thawed. I'll start them on rat pups. But they just need that movement. It's movement that attracts them. That's why I think they got pretty good eyesight. And of course the heat signature. But what's interesting is as they grow, their attitudes change. They start out kind of like a skittish little baby snake, and then they just turn into these ballsy little beasts that don't care about nothing but themselves and whatever they're going to kill next. And of course he took it down backwards, which it won't hurt him. I'm just amazed that these guys even fed with these bright lights on them. I always start them in total darkness. Throw a live fuzzy in there, a live hopper, close it up, check it in an hour, and they're gone. But I always started them in darkness, but I wanted to get some footage of their first kills. So it actually worked out. So we decided to put a video together and do it for y'all. Yeah, these babies came out of just enormous and beautiful. Oh my God, this whole clutch was beautiful. They are just so gorgeous. Nice long lateral stripes, and the color on them is just getting better and better. And the thing is, now feeding baby Bushmasters is, they're in the room with the big ones, so they're on the same climate. The whole room is controlled. So everything they do is slow. I mean, it takes them literally 3 weeks to process a mouse. Now, I know this because I write everything down. I write how much these fuzzies weigh. I record everything. But let me tell you, from the time these little babies ate these mice, it was almost 20, well, one was 20 days. The other one was, it was like 18 days. I mean, it takes them weeks to process it before they defecated. And then I feed them immediately after they defecate again. But everything Bushmasters do is slow. They process slow. They process food slow. That's why you don't want to give them too big of a meal. And there he goes. He's putting the finishing touches on it. And that's it. That's all she wrote.
Hey Venom Squad, I hope you liked this video. Just a quick one today, but we got a lot more stuff coming. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit our little logo. Hit the Venomcentral logo and subscribe. Hold on, we gotta let the dog in. Come on, Bubba. Can you get Gunner in there? Come here, Gunner. Come here. Everybody gonna want to see what Gunner looks like. And this is the quintessential bulldog, Gunner. Get out of here, knucklehead. But anyways, please subscribe if you're new to the channel and come on back and check us out. And we're going to teach you more about Bushmasters and teach you more about venomous snakes in general. So come on back. This is Willie checking out. Later.